All right, now that we've been through a series of stretch and folds, our gluten is well developed in these doughs. We've got a clean surface here. We're going to pour out using a bench scraper. I'm going to pour out this dough for the white sandwich bread onto our surface. A little something like that. And now what we're going to do is get our fingertips wet so they don't stick. We are going to degas this dough by pushing out all of those air bubbles and stretching it out a little bit. And then we are going to roughly shape the dough by grabbing the two corners, pulling out, folding them across each other. I'm going to do that again in the middle, pull it out, fold them across each other, make it cross. Then in the back, pull it out, fold it across, and then roughly roll it into a tight little ball, pulling all those little loose bits that stuck to the counter. And then to prevent all the nasties, flies and bugs and whatnot from getting to it, cover that just like that. And for the other loaf, we're going to do the exact same thing. So bench scraper, pull it away from the edges. Go. Going to go ahead, get our fingers wet again. And degas. Let's see if we can get that better. Just gonna poke out as many of those air bubbles, big air bubbles as we can. And that's from the fermentation process. So, what I like to do with this one is we have our same all-purpose flour and strain. Just give it a little bit of flour. Not a lot, because if you put too much on there, it won't stick to itself. Just enough to make it a little bit less sticky. We're going to do the same thing as we did with the other one. Pull those out, fold them over each other, fold them over each other. We're just getting a rough shape formed here. We're going to roll it up on itself like that. Maybe even give it a little bit more of a dusting of flour so we can kind of form that a little bit. You want to start to make the rough beginnings of a ball. And you want it to kind of stand on its own a little bit, not spread out like a blob. That's how you know that you've got good surface tension. You've got good gluten development. So this one's not perfect, so we may decide to do this a couple times, but it's holding pretty good. Go ahead, flip that over to protect it from the nasties, and we're going to give that about 30 minutes again to rest. And then we're going to repeat the process. And I will show putting that one in the Pullman and that one in a Banneton.